Hi, and welcome to Two Tired Teachers.
Today we want to talk to you about the accessibility guide to Yellowstone National Park.
And I'm going to be showing you some images from this, but I'm not just going to take snapshots of everything and show you because of copyright laws. But the first thing we want to tell you is this guide is available
by, it's available at each ranger station,
entrance,
the entrances, and some visitor centers.
Yes, entrance stations, visitor centers, and at www.nps.gov/yell, and it can be mailed by request. So, the images, the video that you're going to be seeing as we describe this to you, these are all things that we've seen from the vehicle. And the reason we even have this and started thinking about it, first of all, let's talk about this, and that is it contains a ton of information for people with mobility issues, people who are deaf, people who have vision issues, and so there's a ton of information in here, and the book is divided sort of by areas like wheelchair in the backcountry, information about service animals, general information, then divided into Mammoth Hot Springs, Norris Geyser, Old Faithful area. So each section then tells you what areas are accessible and what services are available at those. And for us, how this curiosity about the accessibility came about,
some of the places where it shows it's accessible, we rather questioned.
Well, but we were thinking about some friends, because as you get older, you can't do the things that you did when you were young. And just a general comment was, if all you could see is what you can see from the car, coming to Yellowstone is so worth it.
It's so worth it.
And that's really kind of the jumping off point for us, because we know people who are slowing down and not going and doing because they can't do everything. Well, you know what? You can still, this is an amazing place. And so there are scenic drives. We've done a number of scenic drives that are just absolutely amazing. On my birthday, we went to the gas station that's around behind by Old Faithful, and from that parking lot, we were eating our lunch sitting out in front of that little fountain store area thing. We watched Lion Geyser go off. There was a bison walking by, and we could see Old Faithful right there. So all of that, just from that parking lot, didn't have to get out at all. And it's pretty amazing to be just driving down the road and seeing the steam come up from springs, hot springs, or geysers, or boiling pots, or whatever.
Or driving down the road and see bison just out in the road.
Out in the road, at the side of the road, we have seen eagle, we've seen an osprey, did not know that's what it was.
Some pronghorn.
But I didn't get video of that. But then the other thing is, we have been camping outside of each of the entrances. And so from the east, the south, and the west, you have a really nice drive to get into the main loops that go.
Yes.
Essentially the park is divided in like a figure eight. But those roads coming in, there's some amazing scenery out there that's just gorgeous. And so this, like I said, our perspective is from people who just can't quite go and do what they did before. Is it worth it? Yes. And there have been just a couple of things where Mylena has said, you go on and do this, I'm not going to try and make it.
And that's particularly if there are a lot of stairs or...
And so, you know, we do think about these things. And so the fact that Mylena, I guess, got curious and went on and looked to see what they have, and then she found out they had this entire guide that's available. And one of the things that Mylena had talked about is just because there's a boardwalk, you still might want someone to assist you, because if it's steep or something like that.
Yes.
And so I do encourage you, if you have mobility issues, like I said, we've divided. Our theme for this trip is Yellowstone Divide and Conquer, where we have looked at the east, we've looked at the south, and the Tetons, the west, and now we're at the north. And each of these little excursions that we've taken, we've tried to mention if we felt that if it was easily accessible or not. But once again, folks, don't let the fact that you can't get out and hike prevent you from coming here, because this is a great place, and the Park Service has gone above and beyond to try and make as much of this as possible accessible. So we hope to see you out there on the road. Thanks for watching Two Tired Teachers.